Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the ships at sea. Got another week for you. And today I'm going to start this off a little unusually, and we're going to be playing with somebody for the rest of the night. So here's what's going on. Right before I started this, an Instagram scammer texted me on my business line, because my business line is, of course, on Instagram. uh, so we know that what kind of setup this is. Let's go ahead and start here, because I like messing with people sometimes. So what we got here? She's over here to the right. Uh, hello, Eric. Hello. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, and you? I'm good. Please, this is Emily. Who do you know in America who says some BS like that? Yes, Emily. I can't say I remember you off the top of my head. Well, here's my picture. Let's see what she looks like. Uh-huh. Probably got that off of Google. Really? I'm sorry. I still don't remember you. I know you don't. Wait a minute. Hold up, hold up. Up here, it's like she knew me, like she knew who I was. And now all of a sudden, of course you don't. I know you don't. I was just going through my IG pages and saw your post. Oh my goodness, this is getting good. Okay, it's been a long time though. Wait a minute. Let's see here. What does it say? I know you don't. Uh, it's been a long time though, but I know you don't know me, but it's been a long time. I know you may have forgotten about me. Lol. She is trying to set me up. Or he, more than likely a he in Nigeria or someplace like that. How is the family faring? Do you know anybody in America who says how says this crap? Let's see what we got here. They're fine. We're gonna be playing with it for most of the night here. So let's get on into this, and I will play with her throughout the night. And who knows? I can just push the button and call Emily. She just don't know me. So let's go ahead and get on with what we're going to talk about today. Let's start with the new listings. We have 760, so par for the course. We have been down. Used to be we had over 900. So the market is still a bit tight. 222 back on the market. We've already talked about this 1,000 times, why they come back on the market. Price decreases of 164, which is actually a little bit down. So maybe people are just offering more, or people are starting to price right because of changes in the market, because interest rates have gone up. And we'll talk about that in a second. And the one that always baffles me is price increases. So sometimes I had this one seller, and it was really interesting. Every time a house came on the market, they would instruct me to raise the price of the house. So here's how it sometimes works. So let's say somebody lists their house for 400,000. Well, the next person, even though the house hasn't sold yet, for some odd reason, want to list for 410. Then the next person wants to list for 420. So yeah, he would insist. I just saw another house come on the market, and they want 20,000 more. I want you to raise the price of my house for 20,000. So yeah, it didn't work out too well for him. After he went through about 8 agents and a year and a half, he sold for less than he could have gotten to begin with. So this is a lesson for folks. Just because somebody else puts their house on the market and they want more than yours, don't do it. So under contract, show and no show, we got 271 and 885 together there. Sold 801. Again, selling more houses than we actually took in new listings, which is shrinking the inventory just a little. Oh, I don't believe I did that. Okay, so price increases 133. We just talked about The issues I've had with that under contract show and no show 271 and 885 sold. We got 801 expired 36, which is way down. It's almost like no expireds anymore. A lot of realtors have their make their bread and butter and expireds because uh for some odd reason that person's agent could have told them over and over again what they needed to do to sell the house, and for whatever reason they didn't listen. So the house expires, and then the very next agent, they do it for them, and the house sells miraculously, and then they say the agent's like somehow a genius when the agent just did what the first agent probably should have told them, unless the agent was really weak. So, temp off market 37, withdrawals 58, condition withdrawals conditionally 63. We got 123 coming soon. So let's go ahead and look through these. So let's see what came up over the last week. And let me see here. We're going to mess with her a little bit, which is probably a him. Well, my last one was they're fine. Well, good to hear. I've been wondering how I can communicate with you, but I'm really happy and marvelous to have you here. That is, oh my God, these Nigerian scammers got to learn how to do better. So let's go ahead and figure out what the cheapest thing in the town is today, or at least that came on the market. Go ahead and adjust these here prices. So, whoa, the cheapest thing is a condo on Royal Crest. Royal Crest is just east of the strip, or right if you're uh, inclined that way, uh, just below the airport. So let's take a look at what we get here for this condo. $90,000, one bedroom, one bath, 624 square feet. And based on the current market, let's see here. I don't know if this is going to be in great condition. Okay. This is what you're getting for $90,000 in Royal Circle. There's actually multiple units. It's literally a circle, and there are multiple condos and townhomes all around Royal Circle. So let's see the cheapest townhome. That zip code. We are in town here, and let's go ahead and look at the photos. Wait a minute. I sent this photo out to somebody just this week. Yeah, I recognize this place. Okay, so we have a 750 square foot condo, two bedroom, one bath, no garage, $130,000. Let me hide this just a little bit, go in here and look at some of the particulars. This condo was built in 1984. The primary bedroom is 12 by 15. That is pretty darn big. The association fee, that's the part that kills you. $220 a month, but the taxes are only $254 per year. So that's pretty good. And she's back. And let's see. Let's go to the next thing. Let's see. We found the cheapest condo and townhome. I bet you these are not in town. These are not in town. That's fine. You know what? Let's see what the cheapest single family residence is. I know this sucker is not in town, but let's just take a look at it. Let's see where she's at. McGill. McGill, folks. McGill. Let's see what she looks like. And this is what you get in McGill for $145,000. Goodness, Emily is not talking to me. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can find one here in town. See what the cheapest single family home. Oh, here's the cheapest manufactured home right now. It's $219,500, 1,200 square feet, three bedroom, two bath. Looks pretty nice. Let's see here. It looks pretty modern, double wide. And we'll go ahead and talk about what happens with financing. Uh, the majority of lenders, they require that a manufactured home be double wide. It also has to be real property, so it has to be attached to the land and converted to real property with the county. So let's go ahead and get some particulars on this manufactured home, just in case somebody wants to know. Okay. This house is for sale by owner. I know because they're using a certain realty company that really all they do is for sale by owner. It's one of those places where it's give us $295. We'll put your house on the internet or the MLS. They're well, they're taking FHA. They don't have VA here for some odd reason, so I don't know why. But the house is new enough to be financed with FHA and VA and conventional. So maybe just didn't think about it. I don't know. Let's see here. Continuing to look for that elusive single family house. Oh, there we go. This is on the east side of town. So 235, 1,248 square feet. That is amazing because that is the exact size of the manufactured home we just looked at. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Let's look at the pictures. Oh, oh, okay. This means they have converted this one to real property. So let's see what we get in here. Very nice job. This is very nice. I like it. This is very nice. Uh, so we got that one, and let me see if there's anything in particular in here. Of course, I got this. Make sure I protect their privacy. Interesting. They want a 60-day lease back. 60 days. Yep, converted to real property. They're in some type of an association. There's an association fee of $60. Taxes are 331, and they're taking all financing types, which you should be able to do on this because it is within the age to allow for it. So let's get on back here. Now we're still now, even though that was converted to real property, single family, I'm going to go ahead and try to find the next one. Hey, Rochelle, how are you doing? I will actually look for that in just 1 second for you. Mm, let's see here. Oh, that's the one we just looked at. So that is 101. I think that's in town. Let me double check. Oh, definitely in Vegas. So now we have the least expensive single family home, 255,945 square feet, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, no garage. And this is what you're getting. Believe it or not, that is not manufactured. You can see the brick walls there. So this house was probably built in the mid to late 50s. See this? This is actually more than likely the back porch. A lot of these houses built in the 50s will have the washer and dryer actually outside at the back porch. I've actually sold a couple of those suckers. Okay, that actually is not a bad looking AC unit. So as always, let's protect them. Let's go in here and ooh, this has unpermitted work. The patio and the bath are not permitted. So one of the big issues that you'll have with unpermitted work is you are cannot get a government sponsored loan. So you're not able to get FHA or VA because they do not allow unpermitted work. Has a tenant in it. Oh, this agent. Oh my goodness. They actually have here that they're taking conventional FHA and VA. If anyone purchases this house and once the appraiser shows up, they're going to red tag that sucker. It's done for FHA and VA. Agent probably just didn't know that. So that's the reason. Oh, we got a second problem. It's too old. It cannot be financed anyway. Houses. Oh, you know what? I'm being an idiot because it looked almost like a manufactured house. This can be financed with conventional, but because of the unpermitted work, it cannot be financed FHA or VA. And and that takes care of that portion. And I had a question here about a particular MLS listing. Let's go in and see if it's available. So, and according to this, it is still available. 22, 24 bedroom, three bath, two-car garage, no pool. It has been on the market for 81 days. So that is an inordinate amount of time. Let's see what she looks like here. So I'm gonna have to look. I have suspicions why it's been on for 81 days. Let's just look at the pictures first. House looks in decent condition. Now here's one. I don't know if you guys noticed this. You see this right here? It has popcorn ceilings. So they never removed the popcorn ceilings. So it was built in 1975. They stopped the popcorn ceilings mid to late 80s. So even if they did some kind of upgrades, which it looks like they have since then, because it was built in 1975, um, they didn't want to spend the $2,500 to shade the ceilings down. Okay, nice big backyard, patio cover. Okay, I'm going to look at the history on this one. No, it's just been listed, and there have been no price adjustments. Do a little something, something here. I'm going to see what this house should actually be worth. Run a little CMA on it right in front of you, and a little privacy real quick here. Let me go into the notes to see if I see something untoward. Takes all financing. Ah, it is currently no show for some reason. So that's why it's been on the market for 81 days. It's going into no show status. So there are different reasons why I could go into no show. One of them is, of course, you have a tenant, but it shows that it's owner occupied. A lot of times it's because there is a disagreement between the seller and the agent is like hoping something will happen. So they just put it into no show status. So no one can see it at this time. And unfortunately, there is like no indicator to say when it went into no show status. We don't track that. But that's why it's been on the market for so long. And the agent did not put uh, why it is a no show. So technically, it could be shown. I've actually run across this one. This one's funny as heck. Somebody, let's say, the person may have been sick. They had the COVID or something. and they said, "Hey, I need to take the house off the market for a little bit because I'm sick or a relative's sick." So they take it off the market. They do it no-show status. That's the way you normally would do it. Sometimes you would do what's known as a temp withdrawal. Okay, so what will happen is like, okay, we're good to go now. Well, an agent will come along and go, "Oh, it's no show," and they move back because the agent never turned that back off. And I've actually run across this a few times, and I'm just like, I have a client who wants to see this, and I'm just trying to check. It's like, "Oh yeah, you can see it." Well, it shows no show status. They're like, "Oh." Then you can hear the gears turning. It's like, "Oh, that's why nobody's been looking at my house." Yeah. So, um, if it's truly no show, that could be a reason. And agent could have made a mistake, and other agents didn't take the time to pick up the phone and take a look. Anybody have any other questions besides Rochelle here? Okay. Yeah. Let me see if she's done anything. Should I communicate a little bit more with our scammer here? I've been wondering how I can communicate with you, but I'm really happy and marvelous. I'll just say you can DM me on Instagram, which I'm not going to answer because I barely know how to use Instagram. Maybe that'll get rid of her. Uh, Sometimes prostitutes will reach out to guys on this because I don't put any family pictures on Instagram. So maybe they think I'm single and desperate or something. I'm married and I have kids. So I don't need any more problems. I have a wife. Rochelle has a question here. Let me go ahead and show it. A realtor's able to see how much interest a property generates. In a way, yes. Uh, if it shows up in searches that agents send out, there's a way to do that through what's known as reverse prospecting. Also, a lot of the online portals will show you how many people actually went in, looked at it, and like favorited the property. So even from the MLS, if some agent was to send it to their clients and they were to click favorite, the agents can see that, and it's known as reverse prospecting. Good question. So let's see here. Next, let's just look at what old Ruthie gives me here. It's easier to look at somebody else's work than to do your own. So she's showing 436 for the single family homes, and it is at, oh, she is saying that she followed me, but I didn't follow her back. Okay, I'll have my assistant follow her. Hold on. Uh-huh. I should say, all your stuff is being blasted on YouTube and Facebook right now. I doubt Emily is real. Eventually, she's going to come into do you need company? So, okay. She said, okay. Let's just see what she's talking about. Oh boy, now it gets to it. Oh, see, look at this. Are you busy right now? Should I tell her that she's being blasted all over Facebook and YouTube for everyone to see the silliness of somebody trying to pull a scam? Uh, Not really. Wonder what she's trying to pull. So anyway, let's get rid of good old line Emily from Nigeria, probably there. Probably trying to set me up for a trap. So at the beginning of the month, we're looking at 435, and right now Ruthie says it's 436. Just listed only 37 was under that number. So starting to have a, must be for one day because I know a heck of a lot more single family homes under 436 were listed over the past week. So high rises, you can see what's available. 264, three closed, one under contract, four just listed. Right now, from what I understand, high rises are not moving very fast. Hmm, I'm sorry, I don't. I see no. Oh, just don't. I like messing. You haven't seen some of my uh things. I used to. I don't know. I've gotten too tired of it lately. One of my hobbies, because I am retired from the military and I do real estate mainly to keep myself busy. And one of the things I do for entertainment is, you ever seen those YouTube channels where they mess with the Indian scammers? Yeah, I've messed with one so bad that I had like little folios, which are sound files, and I actually had the whole thing. I pretended I was a 70-year-old man and I had 800,000 and I couldn't lose it. And they were an IRS scammer. And I had it me I had me driving all the way to Walmart, had the sounds of Walmart in there. I kept him on a good time. My record was somebody who was trying to sell me a CRM, customer relationship management software, that he just wouldn't give up. 2 hours, 18 minutes. That was a really good one. Uh, I need to one day post, the one that was, uh, that scammer. Oh, the best one I ever did was a scammer, and I pretended I was an old man with cancer. You know, that point when they start cursing at you? Somehow I got him going for another 10 minutes, and, at the end, he was, like, so apologetic, and "I'm sorry how I started off. I hope you get better," stuff. It's funny. Actually, I was in a video contest, and that was my entry. So, y now you kinda know how I do it. So, getting back to old Ruthie here. Condos, 223, 21, 18, 15. Condos are moving fast, 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 fast right now. I'm pretty sure that is probably one day. So they're just really been eat up. Single family, 1852, 103, 79, 106. Townhomes, 155, 10, 5, and 18. Yeah, and that's the same as the condos. The townhomes are being eaten up because a lot of people have been priced out of the market. Uh, Daily sales are actually a little bit down. Uh, there's 43 per day right now. Used to be a little bit higher. I think it's down mainly because there aren't any houses. Okay, let's finish up with Ruthie here. And let's see. Well, that's pretty much it, except for going through a few news things and seeing if anybody has any questions. So, they're talking about how much home prices will continue to rise. This is from Kiplinger over the weekend. And, they're still talking about the bidding wars, this family and all their bidding wars they had to go through. I'm still seeing a lot of bidding wars. But thing is, the big bidding wars are for the perfect homes. Like I said, if you don't want to enter into a bidding war, stop the I want a move-in ready home because you're going to end up in a situation where you go month after month not finding a house while houses are still going up. Look for opportunities where you're going to save money. And right now, one of the things is people are going to be priced out purely because of interest rates. They've gone up by quite a bit, and that may slow housing down because fewer people are going to have that money to invest, along with the higher price. Because let's just be honest, first time home buyers, they have been completely priced out of this market uh, because people who have money in the bank, and people who just sold their homes, they can come in and bid over the list price and pay over an appraisal, which is what's happening in most cases. And first time buyers, if you're actually out there and all you have is to scrape together your down payment, if you have a down payment, like not VA, um, or you have to and scrape up your closing costs. So if you're just barely doing that, I would not be going for the perfect new house or old house. Now, here's another one, and this is going to take you a little bit of time, and it's going to depend on what part of the city and some other little things. New home builds. New home builds are not as competitive, and like I think I've put this on one. Um, Most agents are not going to tell you about this place. Here to help you guys out. There's a build called Watercolors. They're affordable. They're townhomes, and you can get in there easily. And they don't seem to really advertise. There's a lot of them, and the reason realtors won't tell you about it is because they don't pay commission. So why is a realtor going to tell you about something they're not going to pay commission? Now, I don't want to lie. They do pay commission, $500. So a lot of agents aren't going to sit there and take you around for $500. You can go and do a rental for that, even though rentals don't pay that. So, according to National Association of Realtors, pending home sales are actually down, and a lot of that has to do with the lack of inventory. Mortgage rates dipped because remember they got over 4% and they have dipped, but National Association of Realtors actually expects that to reverse, that this was just a temporary thing for a few days. And I actually hope they're wrong. I hope it's a hard decision. Do you want them to be wrong and for them to start coming back down to 3%? Because that can save people hundreds of dollars a month, which could get more people into the market. Or do you want them to stay higher so fewer people in the market, which means there'll be more houses available, which could kind of get us a little bit out of this and get people to stop paying $30,000 over for that perfect house? It's a hard one. So that's all I got tonight. I think I'm going to actually end this one a little bit easier than I usually do, where I go over an hour, unless people have questions. So I'm going to stick around for a few minutes, see if anybody has any questions, and then I'll try to answer those to the best of my ability. Here we go. Put it in here. Okay, in my best judgment, do you think the Paradise Palms area will have more listings added in the near future? Okay, Paradise Palms, that is what we call vintage Vegas. There are some people who are like really into Paradise Palms. I have not seen too many homes with two-car garages. A lot of them have carports because they were built in the 50s. And I could investigate a little bit more. And like every other house that's coming onto the market, it's going to just depend on them coming in. Hey, Jaime, what's up, man? So we can keep an eye out for you on Rochelle, and see what we can find in Paradise Palms, or I can set up a good search for you. You're on the website and everything, and I actually have, as a matter of fact, it's not in there, but I created it because I thought some people may want it, even though there aren't as many people who are into vintage Vegas. There is uh, a place on my website, and if I don't remember to email it to you, Rochelle, I've actually created all of the vintage Vegas homes, and it's actually a search that pulls up just vintage Vegas, and I will get that, and I think it actually is like top Vegas area homes slash vintage Vegas or slash vintage dash Vegas, one of the two. Well, heck, let's see if I can find it. I have to ask my assistant for stuff like this. Hold on. Also create now. So that's not it. Try Vintage Dash Vegas. Nope. Just make sure my website is working. That's interesting. My website is not working. What is going on? Vegas. Oh, I forgot an S. Now let's try Vintage Vegas. Ah, nope. Vintage Dash Vegas. Yeah, it is Vintage Dash Vegas. It has all of the vintage Vegas homes that you can look for. Hey, I appreciate that coming from you, Jaime. I appreciate you being on here, man. So let's go find Paradise Palms. It should be in here. Let's see. Whoops. Here we go. Paradise Palms. See what's available in Paradise Palms. Ouch. Not much. Excuse me. So let's start here. Let's see what we get. That looks like a vacant lot. And it is. What is this? A vacant lot. I didn't know there were vacant lots in Paradise Palms. Okay, here's a really nice home. Yeah, they've done some work on that. But as you can see, no two-car garage. Get a pool. And this one here, again, no two-car garage. And the agent did not serve them well by taking these photos, which is probably the reason it says 2021 on it. So let's see how long it's been on the market. It's been on the market for 4 months. Pictures like these. Yeah. Okay. Uh, like I said, I haven't seen too many in Paradise Palms with two-car garages because people didn't have garages back then. They had driveways and carports. Uh, Anybody else have any other questions? Give it a good 2 minutes here and make sure everybody, since I have a delay of about 10 seconds, make sure everyone has their questions answered. And I'm thinking next week to, I haven't decided yet, but I may create something where, you can do something like call in. I haven't decided. As a matter of fact, Jaime and I discussed it at one point. Those of you who don't know, Jaime is a real super agent out in Texas. Uh, but sometimes there is that can be fraught with peril because somebody could get on and say something bad. We'll have to see. Okay, got another minute. Anybody have any questions? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. And since we mentioned Instagram, I probably should start putting it on these so people can subscribe to me over on Instagram, where I actually put out some daily content along with the content I put out here. Uh, it's Nuke Knows Vegas. So, my call sign, Nuke. That was my call sign in the Air Force, and Knows Vegas. So at Nuke Knows Vegas is my Instagram. If any of you ever want to go over there and hit that up. So, okay. Well, looks like I have hit the magic time with nobody asking any questions. Stood Stuck around for that extra 2 minutes. And thank you for everyone. As of this morning, I had 844 subscribers. I really appreciate every person who's subscribed. And if you have not subscribed, If you have it in your heart today, go ahead and subscribe. And most importantly, hit that like button because that's actually how the YouTube algorithm works. So I will see you all next week, and I hope to bring some fire. Oh, also, I just started, well, kind of started. I partnered with a Spanish speaking agent, and we are starting a 100% Spanish channel. If Franco ever sees this, it was a little bit inspired by him, but from another person. So I'm helping that person build out their Spanish station because Spanish people speaking people are not well served here in the Las Vegas Valley. Okay, I will see you all next week and have a wonderful week.